Hello and welcome to On the Wrist. Today we have the Zodiac Super Seawolf Ceramic Compression Divers. This set of 3 watches is hot for the summer with beautiful vibrant colors, a white ceramic case, and also a chronometer grade movement, all at a pretty reasonable price point. I'll show you today the 3 models in this collection, we'll look at how beautifully colorful they are, and we'll go over what makes them such an interesting watch. This is a full technical review as well as a design review of the watch. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, let's start out with the minty green version. This one is actually, I think, my favorite from a color perspective. I just love the shade of green they've used, and also it is accented so nicely by that orange inner ring around the dial. Additionally, the orange minute hand and the orange text on the dial just brings another splash onto an already colorful watch. You don't see many watches with this shade of green, and I love that the dial also has a bit of a shine to it, so when you play with it in the light, you catch light in different angles. The indices that are marked on the dial itself, so you can see there it's completely raised for the Luminova. I think it pairs very nicely, kind of a square, blocky look, but it flows so nicely on this dial. Coming outwards to the white ceramic case, I love this shade of white, and the fact that it's ceramic means that it's insanely hard and scratch resistant. If we flip over to the back of the watch, you can see that this ceramic case is reinforcement on top of a stainless steel inner case, so solid protection for the watch, and something unique that I've never seen in any other watch. If we come over to the orange version, the key difference here is, of course, the dial color is actually more of almost, let's say, a cream kind of sheen to it, but still uses that same great orange color around the dial and on the strap. But also important to note is on the bezel itself, the indicators for the dive timer are also orange. This is the only one out of the lot that has that unique coloring there. This dial just again plays so nicely with the light, and the orange color is super visible and is a perfect choice for a dive watch. If lastly we come to the blue face dial, this to me is sort of a glacier frozen look with the deep blue dial, the light blue inner ring, and the white bezel. I think this is paired so nicely with the lighter blue strap, sort of similar color to the inner ring. Again, just a blast of color that can be seen from across the room and just draws your eyes right in. But now let's talk about Zodiac as a brand. They've actually been around since 1882, so about 140 years, and the signature elements of a Zodiac watch, as described on the website, is the use of color, logo screw-down crowns, Luminova hands and indices for extreme visibility, in-house Swiss-made STP movements, which I'll talk about in a minute. They use high-quality burnished Italian leather and alligator and caoutchouc rubber straps, which is unvulcanized natural rubber. And lastly, that they have an average water resistance of 20 ATMs or 200 meters for all their watches. So Zodiac is a brand that has been delivering quality watches for well over 100 years and is an established brand which, as this watch collection shows, tends to head towards colorful dive watches. Okay, let's talk technical specs. I'll pull up the technical specs on the left. So the diameter is 41 millimeters, with the thickness being approximately 13 millimeters. Lug width is 20 millimeters, and it is rated for 200 meters. Movement is the STP-1-11 automatic chronometer grade movement, which means you have an accuracy of -4 plus 6 seconds per day. Solid case back and a lug width of 20 millimeters. The lume on these watches is excellent. You'll notice that the white and green versions have a greenish lume to them, where the blue version has a more bluish lume. I love that touch of detail. So let's talk about the claim of the in-house movement. So Zodiac uses the STP-1-11 automatic chronometer grade movement, and this movement is made by STP, which is owned by Zodiac's holding company, Fossil Group. So within the same company that owns Zodiac is the movement manufacturer, so you could argue that this is made in-house, similar to how Swatch Group owns ETA. Either way, it's a very solid, reliable movement. But that claim about in-house, it depends on how you view it. Let's get a couple shots on the wrist. Alright, here we have it on my 7.5-inch wrist. I am loving this minty green with the orange inner dial. The color is just so vibrant, and I'm really liking this size fit actually. The 41 is a little bigger than I normally like, but this is a pretty tight lug to lug, and with this fun, colorful strap, it fits really nicely on the wrist, and this stands out so keenly from across the room, it's hard to ignore this beautiful color. Coming over to the orange version, this one's also super fun. I love the high visibility of the orange color on the watch. This FKM rubber strap is excellent, very comfortable, doesn't feel like it needs to be broken in at all, and tons of different points where you can actually get a great fit regardless of your wrist size. Coming over to the blue, this is probably my second favorite. I love the sort of Arctic look it has with the white case, light blue inner ring, and I'm really digging this color strap. These watches have such amazing presence that you can even see them from across the room. So one other thing that I like is that these watches have a ton of options for straps. So as you can see here, the different color combinations make the watches have a totally different look, easy to swap out, and a fun way to add more color to an already very colorful watch. I'm here once again at Royal Jewelers in Andover, Massachusetts. They've been kind enough to let me use their watches to film this video. Royal Jewelers is where I purchased my Tudor Black Bay 58 and my OntheWrist Big Crown Pointer Date. I highly recommend you check them out if you're in the Massachusetts area, and they are also the only point of distribution in Massachusetts, so if you want to see Zodiac in person, Royal is the best place to go. Link to their website in the description. So let's talk MSRP and value. MSRP of any one of these watches is $1,795 US on the rubber strap. For that, you're getting a solid chronometer grade movement, you're getting the ceramic case, Zodiac heritage, and really awesome design style. So for a watch of this price point, I typically compare it to other entry-level luxury watches. The one that pops out the most in my mind because it's so colorful is the OntheWrist Diver 65. These retail for around $23.50 US, so definitely a step up above the Zodiac in terms of price. But comparing the feature sets, I think the Zodiac's very comparable features, as well as the unique ceramic case. So the Zodiac offers something very unique at that price point, and Zodiac has been around quite a long time as a brand and has the heritage to command a price point like that. The only thing I would knock it for is while there's tons of flexibility with the colors from swapping out the straps, I think because this has the white ceramic case, you're not going to be able to get a bracelet with it. Closing thoughts. I think this is an awesome, fun watch for the summertime or really any time of year, but the splash of color is so unique, well executed watch, great specs for the price, and just that vibrant look that you're not going to get in many other watches. But let me know down in the comments below, what do you think about these watches? Have you heard of Zodiac before? Which of your colors is your favorite? Let me know down in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. So that's all for me today. This has been On The Wrist. Thank you for watching.